Hi guys, radhe, Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting me. And as I was able to share my knowledge with you, thank you so much for everything. You means a lot to me, and you're my family. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you so much, guys. And today we are going to talk about the sun. The sun in the 12 houses, not the zodiac sign, which are rasis. As you know, Lal Kitab, only the houses are considered, not the signs. Personally, I also believe that where the zodiac signs are important, they come second. So, when analyzing a chart, you must first consider the planet, then the houses it sits in, and only then zodiac signs. Understand the energy is the key. Now, let's talk about the sun in 12 houses. We will discuss based upon the houses. Signs can change the results, but the basic story stays the same. So, before I start the telling about the sun, I want to give a beautiful quote to you. A father is not just a man who gives you life, he is the quiet strength behind your courage, the steady voice in your storms, and the individual hands that shapes you. His lessons echoes long after he's gone. His love becomes the foundation you stand on your rest of your life. Son represents father. So I want to dedicate this quote to all the fathers present in this world. Thank you so much for supporting your family, supporting this world, and carrying the burden on your shoulders, and for being strong. Thank you so much. And sun in the first house. These people often have thin hair and are lazy. They expect others to work for them and have little desire to work themselves. They get angry quickly, have the lot of pride, and tend to dominate others because sun is the key. Wherever the sun sits, it dominates. These people are strict, unforgiving, and struggle to forgive and forget. They face relationship issues, especially in marriage, because they struggles with adjustments. Even if money related combinations exist in the chart, they might not be able to make or hold on the wealth due to their dominating nature. They have shiny eyes, often tall, and start facing hair fall early in their life. The sun brings heat into the body, so they tend to overthink and may sleep issues and vision problems. If the sun is positive, they can be great leaders and excellent guidance. The key is to stay humble. Coming to Sun in the second house. The Sun is debilitated in the seventh house, and the second house is ruled by Venus, where Moon is exalted. So, here, Moon and Venus energies are very strong. People with Sun in the second house often face difficulties collecting money. Even though Sun is the key, it nature doesn't change. It tends to burn wherever it sits. This individual may have marks on their face. Something like scar or burn is very common. If Sun is with Mars or Ketu, especially near the eyebrow or eyes, they will often be have a cut or a mark. Education may not be very strong and speech tends to dominate or assertive. They might suffer from stirring, especially when Sun is with Rahu, or may have a strained relationship with their father, or need to stay away from family. It also indicates ancestral karmic depth. And Sun in the third house. The Sun uplifts the oppressed. So people with Sun in the third house get opportunities to help others. If they stand up for the oppressed, they become heroes and gain fame. But they often have conflicts with siblings, either due to their own aggression or the siblings. Siblings may try to undermine them, and there is a constant sense of competition. These people are very courageous and generous. If used positively, Sun in the third house can take a person to great height. Coming to Sun in fourth house. The fourth house is about home, mother, comforts, vehicles. especially your emotional base. People with sun here are selectively happy, not easily satisfied. They tend to have very few friends and are very particular about their comfort, property, and living space. Their home setup is very specific. Everything must be particular place. Often the mother acts like a father, very dominant, responsible, and the main authority in the house. In many cases, either the father is absent, unemployed, or not very strong. The mother takes full responsibility, acting as primary parent. If person behaves very strongly like a mother or a father in the household, the mother holds a dominant position and usually makes the decision, such as for birthdays and other matters. When a sun sits in the fourth house, astrologically, the individual can do well work in government sectors. If the placement is positive, the person may own a car, typically a large one. They are drawn to big things. For example, if they are buying a car, they prefer a large sedan rather than small one. They want a vehicle with height, which makes them feel elevated above others. Similarly, if they buy a house, they want it in the spacious and located in certain height. This reflects a very specific and distinct mentality. One challenge, however, is that these people may not feel truly happy. The mother's nature is often quite aggressive, so they may struggle to build a happy relationship with her. If their mood turns negative, the relationship can completely break down. But if they manage to control their anger and maintain a good relationship with their mother, the fourth house becomes highly positive. So does the sun influence. Sun in fifth house makes people highly intelligent. This intelligence operates at the high level, but they may face problems related to children's, either troubles in conceiving or difficulties maintaining a bond with them. Their relationship, particularly love relationship before marriage, are usually unstable. Despite having a large friend circle, they often miss out a good opportunities. If there is no influence of Jupiter in the fifth house, conception problem can become severe. These individuals may also face issues in the abdominal area, particularly females, and are advised to get regular checkups and take specific care of their reproductive health. However, because of their intelligence and life experience, life tend to become smooth after the age of 50. And coming to sun in 6th house, sun does especially good in 6th, 10th, 11th, especially the 6th house. This is one of the best placement. People with the sun in 6th house are capable fighters. Life presents many battles, but they tend to win those battles. Whose boosts their self confidence, enemies can't stand against them. This placement forms a very strong Shatruhanta yoga, which is enemy defeating combination, especially when combined with Rahu. Sun gives direction, frontal opportunities, they face enemies head on and usually win. Such individuals enjoy conflicts and receive fame and power. After the age of 32, they become highly qualified, and this is a great placement for education and management. These people are problem solvers, like in a story where all gods question why the sun is considered king. Lord Vishnu answers that it is not about the sun signs in the most because he solves problem. This is the quality of the sun in the sixth house. These people may not be kings, but they are the king's right hand. The king can't function without them. If you ask such a person to do something arranged by today night, you can trust them to do get it done. They are doors, whether in coding, software, or management. They excel in everything. They do well in office politics and make money. Even foreign opportunities come to them. Overall, this is the excellent combination and one of the best placement for sun. Sun in seventh house is not very favorable placement. This individual often struggles to build good relationship with their bosses or authorities figures. which hinders their progress. Even this opportunities comes and some kind of pressure pulls them back. They face multiple physical issues, especially related to heat or legs. Additionally, Sun and Venus do not align well. We know Sun and Saturn are natural enemies. These people may face disrupt in relationship despite trying hard. They often struggle emotionally. They have intense personalities because the seventh house governs how others perceive you. They are often seen as egoist or aggressive. The sun casts aspect on the first house from here, affecting their personalities. The behavior can appear arrogant or overbearing, leading to ego related conflicts. That's why they often can't sustain relationships and are prone to divorce. They do not have good relationships with authority and may face chronic health issues. If the ruler of the seventh house is afflicted, or if it is combined with malefic planets like Ketu or sits with sixth or eighth house, the chances of divorce rate really high. Sun in eighth house is also not considered favorable. However, it suits those who are not highly ambitious and want a relaxed life. It's like a setting sun and beautiful and peaceful. These people often retreat from worldly responsibilities and focus inward. They may suffer losses, financial or friendship, but they are not deeply affected to worldly matters. Just like dusk, they aren't part of day or night. These people lives in their own mental space. They can become susceptible to addiction, smoking, and heavy drugs, or anything that disconnects them from reality and makes them feel extremely relaxed. They must be very careful. Meditation is highly recommended for them to maintain balance. The sun represents responsibilities and new beginnings, but in the eighth house, it reflects detachment. It can bring loss of wealth, friendship, detachment from everything. This individual comes in other life for a short while, brings joy, and then leave. They can't sustain long term relationships easily. They should be cautioned about trusting friends and should also watch their speech, which can be harsh. Let's consider an example. In one case, involved a woman around 34 to 35 years old living in an US. She couldn't sleep at night without a specific tablet. An addiction has developed. The recommendation was that started during sunset, she should offer prayers to setting sun and chant Vishnu Sahasranam. This helped her immense with her sleeping issues. Wherever the sun sets, it tend to bring intensity or aggression. In the ninth house, it can trouble the father, either absence, troubles in his profession, or issues maintaining relationship with his children. Despite that, this is good placement overall. These individuals have children who listen to them. They value and follow old religious traditions and want to pass them to their next generation. Their parents, especially their father, tend to be strict and keep them rooted in tradition. This can be a good thing dependent upon how well the individual adapt to changing times. Sun in ninth house represents religious and spiritual aspects. People with the sun in the ninth house tend to visit religious places regularly. If they hold on traditions, values, it proves very beneficial for them. As the sun starts favoring them more, these individuals often lead very just lives and find success early on. Whether or not they have good relationship with their father, they carry the blessings of their father in any form. Now, Sun in 10th house. It's very strong position. The Sun gains directional strength here, even though this house belongs to Saturn. When the Saturn is at its peak, It shines directly above the head. This is a symbolic of Sun in the 10th house. This house governs karma, profession, how one thinks while doing their duties. The 10th house is very cold place emotionally. It's not comfortable zone, but it yields specific and impactful results for your action. If the sun is placed here, people often own big cars, enjoy fame, becomes wealthy, and powerful like kings. However, they may also experience early hair fall problems. The children are highly favorable and supportive. Often, such individuals have children who are interested in continuing the family business. This is very positive trait. These individuals are naturally dominant. The only issue they face is being misunderstood when they try to work at the ground level. For example, imagine a very senior minister or political figure picking up a broom to clean the streets with sanitation workers. It may be perceived as mere acting rather than a genuine gesture because people see them as kings, not as one among the masses. Due to their commanding aura, people don't accept them in ordinary roles. These people carry an aura or particular energy with them. This is often because in a past life they may have held a high position or were in a power and did not fulfill their duties properly. As a result, they are again born with the sun in the 10th house, an opportunity to uplift their below them. Thus, Sun in 10th house is both a positive and negative placement. If such individuals genuinely help people below them and earn their trust, even 10 to 20% improved, the magnification of Sun negative effects reduce greatly. The great remedy for them is to have their new home or car inaugurated by their subordinates or those working under them. Since people with the sun in the 10th house usually have people working under them, this remedy brings Saturn in harmony with the sun. Now, sun in 11th house. Again, one of the best placements. These individuals are widely followed, have strength, fan following, and people often seeks their advice. They are wealthy, blessed with long life. Most of them are business oriented. Unlike Sun in the 10th house, they may hesitate before starting something. Sun in the 11th house does not think twice. They don't like working under anyone. They are often egoistic. Rahu influence here can magnify their desires for status. Independence, if the sun is positive here, it is an excellent placement. People follow them. They are wealthy and lifelong. They often rise quickly, even from bad situation. No matters what life throws at them, they try to remain happy. The biggest issue they face is making mistakes, but not accepting them. Despite people around them pointing out their errors repeatedly, they don't listen. This leads to financial and emotional losses because they believe they knows everything, which of course not really close. Still, they are blessed by gods. So, life keeps progressing well for them. This placement is excellent for those who want to be influencers or have a great impact on society. If Jupiter or Mercury influences their house, especially if both are together, the results are mixed but still positive, especially for money and wealth. Now, Sun in 12th house is not a great position. Here, either Venus gets harmed at the sun does. Venus is exalted in the 12th house, so either it is or sun suffers. People with Venus in the 12th house often have strained relationship with their fathers. They may have issues with their eyesight, weak vision, or related problems. They face difficulties in accumulating wealth, often collecting it slowly, and may lose it suddenly during sun planetary period. In the bedrooms, there can be very aggressive, feeling a need to dominate during intimate moments. They often suffer from insomnia, struggling to fall asleep early. However, if the sun is strongly placed or exalted here, it can still give positive results because exalted does amplify the good aspect of the planets. The bedroom, the 12th house, is supposed to be a zone of relaxation, but the sun, being the kindly and aggressive planet, doesn't suit this space well. So, such individuals should avoid orange or red color in their bedroom. They often experience wealth and losses but are highly attracted to foreign land where they can find success and recognition. Foreign countries offer them better opportunities and growth. They may be cautious with government related issues as they may not receive support such as scholarships or government benefits. They should avoid government conflicts and allegations. Maintain a good relationship with their father and not be aggressive in the bedroom. Finally, regardless of wherever the sun sits in the chart, the native always seeks fame in that area. So no one must be careful not to become obsessed with fame to point of losing sight of personal values and integrity. The sun represents justice just like Saturn and should be treated with reverse. The king is one who delivers justice to entire kingdom. So the sun is symbolic of that role. Don't become so obsessed with recognition that are compromised on your principles. Otherwise, the sun, instead of helping, will harm. So these are the sun plays roles in the all the houses. So thank you for listening and please subscribe. And if you want to have any video or any conjunctions, please do comment. Thank you. Har Har Mahadev.